Test, test, check. Can you hear me on this? If somebody can hear me, shoot me a text. I can't. Oh, I'm here forgetting. That looks really loud. Am I getting the background? I'm not sure. All right. Good luck. All right. Arapaho Warriors Hockey Nation, you're back live on the OTT Sports Network. We're testing out some new microphones, so hopefully this is going to work for you. Corey Howland, Brian Bodine live on the call here at South Suburban Sports Complex in Highlands Ranch, Colorado. Set to take on Arvada, I'm not sure how you say it. I'm only kidding. This team is near and dear to my heart. This is where we were up last year. I'm still a resident of Arvada, Colorado. Good friends with all these guys out there, wishing them the best of the luck, but we've switched sides. It's Warriors Nation down here at South Sub. We're ready to go here. Sunny Sunday afternoon. You know it's fall time. October is in the air. I got my pumpkin spice John Daly here with me. The Broncos are losing to the powerhouse Bears. Everything is in check here in Colorado.
Good intro there, Harry. So how was it seeing some of these parents you used to fraternize with, used to have cocktails with them?
I'm still being cordial in the lobby here. Lots of good friends, some lifelong friends that we've made up And that's what all minor hockey is about. It doesn't matter what association you're playing with. There's those rivalries, but it's all about the kids having fun, making friends. You never know where you're going to end up, right?
Well, it's always good to keep your enemies close because you never know when they might buy you a cocktail, Harry.
Exactly. And that's correct. Harry Havel and Brian Bodine taking free cocktails up here in the press box, high above rink number 1, as a puck is about to get dropped here. Forward action. Castile wins that one forward. Weaver's with him. They're sporting the pink laces and tape here. Breast Cancer Awareness Month. October is upon us. Shoveled out there. Popovic dumps that up the boards, and he's going to chase it down. It's going to go all the way down, skating across the red line there. They're going to whistle it down for icing. Starting this one off, 14 minutes on the clock, 13:39 left to go. First period action here on the OTT Sports Network.
Yeah, Harry, we got some new microphones working, as you alluded to earlier. Hopefully they work for us and that people can hear us. You know they can, as I've said several times, they can see the video finally after that horrible first week. But now we got the video working. Hopefully we got the audio going too.
We do have the live chat up on YouTube now. I can read it there. So if you are pumping those comments, congrats, cheers, well wishes to any of these teammates or to us, shoot it up there, YouTube Live.
Well, we're 32 seconds in and we've got 2 icing calls, Harry. Can you do the math on how many that means we're going to have?
See, I'm not a math guy here, but I'm going to guess somewhere around 3,417. Arapaho back in their own end after dumping this one out twice. See what they can do to get set up and carry it out on the play. Face off one back there by Foster. Battling up against the boards. Arvada brings it back out, turns, dumps it in. Cannonberg fighting for it against the boards. Foster back to help him out. Back to Arvada. Manick centers that over to Bevan. Bevan up to Fredette on the far side. He's got some room. He's coming in with some speed. Fredette walking in. Backhand shot. Oh, goes home. Bad save. Stolen Fredette on that one. Circle back in, still working for it in front. Fredette with another shot, another save. Third shot by Fredette. The goalie hangs on to it. Manick on the doorstep. Some frantic action in there. Fredette looking to bury one. Just comes up a little bit shy with 12:52 left to go here in the first period.
3 good-looking shots by player Eli Fredette. We'll get to a little more specifics on him in our first intermission as we feature one Arapaho Warrior player every game.
Bodine out there at the draw. Wins that one back over to Stewart. Stewart walks to the point. Kept in there by Kolcheski. Back into the corner to Bodine. Out of his reach. Circling behind the net. Haviland to pick this one up in the corner. Haviland turns that one back into Bodine. Bodine circling behind the net. Coming back out of the corner. Bodine back out to the point. Kolcheski with a shot. Glove down in front. They're peppering him with shots here early in the first period. Goalie's hanging on to him. Gonna see another face-off deep in the offensive zone. Bodine, Stewart, and Haviland stay out there. Lauber and Kolcheski on defense.
I got to give you credit. You got that name down now, Harry.
I've got it down. It's a stumbling part for me at the start of the season here, but we'll get it all figured out. I might still be saying some of these names wrong. Nobody's yelled at me yet, so I'm going to keep going with it. Kolcheski tried to dump that one up to Stewart. Gets picked off of the blue line. Bodine tips it back over. Stewart walking across the blue line, going into the corner, gets sandwiched between a couple of black jerseys, drops it back over to Bodine. Centering for Haviland, tip back. Haviland still in front. Chasing that one over to the corner, has Bodine back. Circles, gets it tipped back off his stick. Dumped down deep. Changing his Delu, kicks that one across over. And now Robert's coming in. Going through, dumps, sneaking his way through the middle. Takes a shot. Robert makes it 1-0. Finally solving this goaltender with 11:52 left to go. Robert walks in with some fancy moves and puts that one past.
What a good goal by their Lauber. And the best part about that is we don't have somebody screaming, "That's my boy," like we did in the last game when Lauber was
There's
playing.
some blast banging on that last game, that's for sure. To steal back at center ice. One back there by Arvada. They're being chased up there by Weaver. Weaver gets in front of it, tries to kick it forward. Knocked down, and Arvada coming out of their own zone. Arvada through center ice. Tip back over to Castillo at his own blue line, building up some free speed through neutral territory. Walking his way in, Castillo still has it on his tape. Takes turns, takes a shot. Castillo back in the corner, centering pass. Out to the top there, Popovic looking to get a handle on it. Dumps it deep into the corner. Castillo's going to chase it behind the net. Gets bounced back out. McGowan holding it in at the blue line. Backhanded back there by by Weaver, sorry. Castillo just turns and dumps that in, and Popovic's going to chase it down. Off Pop skates, and then back onto his blade. Kicked over to Weaver. Weaver has Castillo in front, gets collapsed on by 3 players. Arvada comes out of the scrum with it and then kicks it behind their own net. Arvada off the boards looking to break this one out. It's missed at the blue line all the way down. They're going to wave off icing as McGowan's chasing this all the way back into his own zone with some pressure. Back up to Weaver at the blue line. Weaver's coming out, gets it tipped away by Arvada. Dump back over to McGowan, can't get through the players. We go back through, and now DeLeo with it. DeLeo hard up off the boards. Tips it outside the blue line, and Arvada kicks it back in. DeLeo gets another shot at it. He's going to get a third. Up to Popovic. Returns, clears the blue line. That one's going to go all the way down the ice. They're going to signal icing now. 10:20 left to go. First period action here on the OTT Sports Network, live with Harry Haviland at South Suburban Ice Arena in Highlands Ranch, Colorado.
It's a real good offensive pressure there, Harry. It looks like the Warriors are really taking control after what seemed to be a little bit of a suspect start.
Those couple of icings were a slow start, but they are on fire now, pushing that puck down the ice. Foster at the blue line now, looking to win this one back. Gets it out to the point. And now here comes Manic on a breakaway. Manic on his own, coming in across the hash marks, backhand, and another save on the goalie coming across. Manic couldn't get enough underneath that one. That was saved back out to the point. Bevan holding that in with a fake shot, then turns and dumps it into the corner. Around the far side, Cannonberg looking to hold this in at the point. Manic holding it in on the boards. Cannonberg pinching in at the point, back over to Foster. It sneaks across the blue line. Arvada coming the other way. Got the player up in front. Burdette gets back up on top of that puck, and now he's going into his corner.
Good back check there.
Excellent work by Burdette. Hanging on to that one, tips it up. And now Manic's coming up his own zone, reaching for Foster. A little bit out of his stretch. Held in at the point there by Bevan. It comes out across the blue line. They check back up on side, force it back into the zone. Arvada pushing it right up back up the boards to Cannonberg. Circling and resetting. Off the boards to Manic. On the near side, he's coming in on the left wing. Back out to Cannonberg at the point. He's got some time, takes the shot. It's loose underneath, still loose in front. Really can't get a handle on it. Foster behind the net. Coming around the backside, gets hooked up, kicks it out to the point. Cannonberg can't stretch and reach out to that one. He's come back into his zone, being pressured here by Arvada. Fakes that pass over to Bevan, circles back in. Cannonberg feeds that one up, gets stopped there by the defense in black. Tip back up. And at center ice, Foster turns, dumps that one down. You know, another icing. I think that's 5 icing calls against these Warriors players here. Late 43 left to go. First period on the OTT Sports Network. Bodine, Stewart, and Haviland back out there on forward. Bodine wins that one back to Kolcheski. Coming around, feeds it up off the boards to Stewart. Just past him, held in by Arvada in front of the net. Lauber back over to the corner. Kolcheski bangs it back up to the point to Arvada. They tip that back into the corner. Arvada circling, looking to find the slot. Bodine breaks that play up as he goes into the corner with it now. Bodine behind the net. Back over to Lauber. Lauber fans on the pass up to Haviland. Now Lauber's fighting for it in the corner. All the way back in, goes off some skates, centering pass to the front. Picked up by Arvada and kicked into the corner. Bodine being held up against the boards. Now Stewart's got some room. He's got Haviland on the far side, feeds it up to Haviland. Can't handle that pass. Oh, and he went the wrong way on that one. Stretching forward into the corner. Haviland goes in hard, still has the puck. Back out to Arvada. Bodine back checking in the offensive zone. Is that called forechecking? We call it back checking in the offensive zone. Haviland behind the net. Haviland centering pass picked off by Arvada. Another attempt. Back out to the front. Jumps over Stewart's stick. Bodine couldn't get it. And now Arvada coming up the other way. Kolcheski coming back against them. Knocks that one down. That's going to be offside as Arvada sneaks into the zone a little bit late. Arvada with a little bit of pressure coming back on him, not allowing those same shots that they had there earlier. Arapaho still battling deep in the offensive zone, trying to get a couple more past this goaltender. Popovic to Castillo. Gets it out. Fighting there in front of the Warriors bench. All kinds of bodies piled up there. Pink laces and tape everywhere. Coming through, Weber can't get that one. Arvada's coming through. Castillo breaks it up with his skates. And then it's tipped back up. Arvada holding it at the center ice. Takes it in. DeLeo back to himself. Up off the boards. Fires that one hard. Off a helmet and into the bench of the Warriors. 6:53 left to go here. Scores 1-0 for your Warriors over Arvada. OTT Sports Network. Harry Haviland live at South Sub with you on this Sunday afternoon. We know you've tuned out of that Broncos game by now. I don't even know what the score is. So we're glad you're tuning in with us across the globe. We've got fans everywhere. Hit us up in the chat. Let us know that you're there watching. DeLeo coming in, pushing her way around. Backhand shot. Clears up over the crossbar. Popovic keeping control of this one into the corner, dumping it hard. Arvada backhanding it into the skate. Popovic centering pass. Just goes through a couple of skates and sticks. Lifted there by DeLeo. Another shot off. Popovic circling around. Popovic taking his time with this, getting it set up. Centering again off of the Arvada player. They're trying to clear the zone. Held in there by DeLeo. Back over to Popovic. Drops it to DeLeo. DeLeo skating in. Takes a shot. There's that one just wide of the left post. Comes back out DeLeo. Backhands that one in. It's going to be offside. And we're going to see some changes here as we're a little over halfway through this first period. Shout out coming in from Tom Haviland in Castlegar, British Columbia. Good to see you, Tommy. One of the longtime OTT sports viewers and supporters here. Checking out your Warriors here up 1-0 in the first period against Arvada. Vandenberg making that pass across to Bevan, who feeds it up to Fredette on the far boards. Arvada dumps that one back out. It's kicked back in by Arvada. They hold up. Foster at the blue line. Comes in, takes a shot. Stick save into the corner by the goaltender. Held up by Arvada. Foster goes in, takes that player. Ref's hand goes up for that one as that Dane Foster comes in. Whoa, there's a little bit of rough action still going on there. Foster's going to see a cross-check or a rough there for his goon actions in the corner, coming in hard. Arvada is going to go on the power play, and your Warriors are going to be killing this one off for the next minute and 30 seconds. Face off all the way down 200 feet in the other direction.
Do we know how many centimeters that is, Harry?
We still do not know how many centimeters that is.
We'll go to
those season tickets are still up for grabs. Tell us.
We will go to the OTT fan text line later on this game and hope to get a good answer there.
Falling down on top of it, Bevan comes out with it. Holding up, killing some time off this clock. Back up, Fredette on the far side. Racing back for it. Arvada's going to get to it first. They backhand that one. Clear the zone. A couple of Warriors come together there. Now they're 3-on-2 the other way on the power play. Walking in across the blue line is Arvada. Take that shot. Save there by Prokop. In the corner goes Arvada. Dumping that one in, setting up behind the net on this power play. Bevan working hard behind the boards. Pressuring up. Over to Fredette. Kicks that one clear in the blue line. Just center ice. Arvada turns it around quickly, dumping it right back in. Into the corner for Bevan to chase it down. So he picks it up with 1 minute and 10 seconds left to go in this power play for Arvada. Fredette trying to get it out of his own zone. Has Manic up there being pushed against. Arvada gets it back over to the far side. Over to Bevan, skating it through. Clear in the zone. Fredette picks that up at center. He's got one to beat coming off the bench. Fredette goes around, put in wide, short-handed. Flips that one towards the net. Goalie gloves it down. It's just going to hang on to that. No. Good short-handed opportunity there by Fredette. .48 seconds left in the Foster penalty. Haviland and Stewart out here to take this draw. They're missing their center, and they figure out that Haviland's going to take this draw. Over to the side to Lauer, back in, held in by Kulchevsky. Dumped all the way around the far board. Stewart in the corner to collect. Kicks it in, Haviland coming to help him out. Arvada behind the boards looking for the stick lift. Haviland checking back up as they're still short-handed here. It's another stick on it. Lauber picks it up at the blue line. Lauber turning around. He's got some room. He gets tripped. It's going to even it up 4-on-4 here for the next 25 seconds as Lauber making a break into the offensive zone. Gets tripped up just inside the blue line. 4:08 left to go in the first period. 4-on-4 hockey action coming at you at South Sub and Highlands Ranch. Avalon winning that one back. The whistle blows here as the ref was chatting with the coaches behind the Arvada bench, or behind the Arapaho bench, sorry. Rinse and repeat. We're going to drop the puck one more time.
Looks like they got to fix the penalty up on the scoreboard there. I think these penalties are.
Oh, it's up there now. They dump that all the way down. Icing is signaled here. As we've got the referee and 2 linesman system. This is a big time game. They've got all the professionals out on the ice making sure nothing gets out of hand in this still. Avalon and Stewart still out there. Avalon winning that one back over Lauber. Puts it to the point. Kolcheski tips that shot in. Kolcheski gets it back, takes another shot. That one goes wide. Stewart behind the net. It's picked up by Arvada as they got 5 seconds left before they go on a power play here. Kolcheski at center. Turns, dumps that one as he gets kicked down. There's going to be another penalty here against Arvada as Kolcheski gets taken down. And Arapaho is going to see a 5-on-3 opportunity here. Looking to capitalize on this situation with 3:39 left to go in the first period.
In the NHL, Harry, I must assume these 5-on-3s are about an 80-90% scoring chance here in this Pee Wee hockey. What do you reckon that scoring percent chance is in something like this?
Looking back on the stats, I believe it's 38.6% so far this season.
Okay.
We're going to see if they can build on that one here as McGowan comes in and rips one. That one gets tipped in front. Round to the far side, DeLiu holding in on the blue line. They've got some time. Makes a pass cross D to D. McGowan holding this one in. Takes another shot looking for the tip as Haviland in front. Circled around by Bodine, taking that shot. Goes in front. Goalie hangs on for another one. Shots aren't up on the board here, but I do have to say Arvada's being outshot here by Arapaho, at least 3-1. They're peppering this goalie with a 5-on-3. They're going to continue to do so here for the next minute and 11 seconds. Player leaving the ice there. Not sure what's going on. Arvada turns, held in by DeLiu at the point, trying to get that one across. It's tipped out by Arvada. Back there to McGowan. McGowan with the backhand off the boards. Picked up there by Weber coming in. He's got 3-on-2 opportunity here as they get set up. Popovic takes that shot. Fires it just right wide. Into the corner. McGowan another shot in front. Tipped away. Popovic chasing it down. Gets to it first. Castillo in the corner. Looking for Weber in front. That one just goes in front of him. Really trying to keep my fat head out of that view here, but I can't see that corner there in front. Back up to the point. McGowan's going to walk into this one. Fires it.
Really like to see a little bit better puck movement out of the Warriors here. Ever someone gets the puck, they're shooting.
Trying to get set up here on the 5-on-3. Weber gets tripped up, and there's going to be another penalty here. Delayed penalty, 5-on-3. Shot in front. Goalie still loose. The ref blows that whistle a little prematurely, but the penalty extension here for the Arvada players is another tripping call, and this 5-on-3 is going to get extended.
You know, Harry, you gotta like their chances here, but I think in order to maximize that, they really need to get some good puck movement, moving the puck around the perimeter until they find a good shot.
I agree with you on that one, Brian. They're going to look to try and get set up here as Foster comes in to take this draw. They've got lots of ice and lots of time here to get set up properly. I'm sure the coaches are talking to them behind the bench about this one. One back there by Arvada. They turn and just dump that all the way down the ice. That's going to be an icing call. As still USA hockey rules, you're not allowed to ice the puck even on a penalty kill. I'm not going to get into that. I had my issues with USA Hockey sending me hate mail last year for my comments, so we'll just leave that alone.
And I'll let you know right now, Harry, the Broncos have tied it up 28-28.
Wow, the Broncos coming back against that powerful Bears team.
6:55 left in that game, and the Broncos have tied it up.
We'll keep you tuned into that one. Don't be changing the channel as you put that one in. We're talking about the Broncos, and they capitalize on that 5-on-3 just before that player gets out of the box. One player left in there, still 5-on-4. They did get set up on that one. Put the puck towards the front of the net. I didn't even see who scored it because I was worried about the Broncos game. What's wrong with me trying to keep these viewers in check with what I in the NFL? We'll go back. We'll get the truck to give you guys a replay here in the intermission. Foster and Manic still out there. Bevan back over to Cannonberg. As Fredette on the far side, looking to break in. Fredette still has it. Kicks it deep in. 1:41 left to go in the 5-on-4 advantage for the Warriors. 1:46 left to go here in the first period. In front, another loose puck. Still there. Picked back out by Arvada. Arvada broken up there by Cannonberg. They pick it back up. Tip the other way. Up to the board, Arvada. They're killing some time off this power play. No pressure here by the Warriors. They come across the red line, dump that one in. No icing on that as they're on the right side of that red line. Bevan in the corner, off of her skates. Fighting for it, trying to find Foster. Bevan still has it. Foster up the far side. Bevan has Fredette streaking out. Has Manic on the far side. Bevan's going to carry this one up the far right wing. She's walking in, still has it. Loses it there on the boards. Foster comes in to collect. Bevan gets knocked down. Foster picking it up behind the net. Still power play here. They're looking to get set up 5-on-4 in the offensive zone. They can't do that, and Lauber's back checking it up at center ice. Over to Manic here, cutting across the red line. Walking in with Fredette, crashing the net. Taking that shot, Fredette couldn't quite get to it in time. Kolcheski stepping in off the bench, keeping that in play in the offensive zone. Kolcheski dumps that one in deep. Manic behind the net. Arvada comes around into the near corner with it. Looking to dump it. Lauber keeps it in at the point. He's walking in top of the circle. Rifles a shot! Oh! And Lauber scores that one. Another power play goal by your Arvada Warriors. It's 3-0 with 25 seconds left to go in the first period.
It's great to see this scoring production by the defensive players, Harry.
They are stepping in on that play, absolutely. Back over to Kolcheski on the backside. He finds Stewart, tips that one in. Stewart's racing into the corner for it. Arvada picking it up behind their own net. Reversing back the other way. Avalon taking a swipe at it. They circle back on him. That in. Kept in there by Lauber at the point. Stewart with it on his stick, trying to maneuver his way through. Pass gets that one kicked out. Buzzer sounds. It's the end of the first period here. Your Warriors are up 3-0 as the players skate back to their benches for second period instructions from their coaches.
Why don't we do a quick word from our sponsors here. Harry, our first intermission is sponsored by?
It's sponsored. Sorry, I didn't have my notes here with me.
We'll get to that later.
I'm looking through my notes really quickly.
Why don't we focus now on our spotlight player? We're going to do this every single game. Today we're going to feature Eli Fredette, who was the GOAT last game, as voted by the Arapaho Warriors. His favorite team is the Colorado Avalanche. His favorite players, Nathan McKinnon and Mikko Rantanen. Some of his favorite foods are cheeseburgers, and a fun fact about Eli is he's an adrenaline junkie. You can tell that by the way he skates with reckless abandon sometimes out there, Harry, charging up the sides and always crashing the net. He loves roller coasters, and he skied his first double black diamond when he was 5 years old. What were you doing when you were 5 years old, Harry?
I was playing with Legos and light breaks at that time. No black diamonds in my future.
No, me either. And one final fun fact about Scott Foster. He one time jumped over the glass to go tell Devin to dump the puck in. He was so adamant about dumping that puck in. We'll try and do a fun fact about Scott Foster every game he plays. I love that fun fact. He is so passionate about this game. Jumping over the plexiglass to go tell Devin to keep dumping that puck in. Back to action, Harry.
Scott Foster never going to beat. Oh, Arvada picks up a loose puck here. They come in quick, take a shot. And a misplay there. Arvada coming off the bench early in this second period. Climbing back into this game, making it 3-1. Arapaho is going to want that one back here quickly, Brian.
Yeah, they had a lot of momentum finishing off that first period.
Kolcheski now comes across the red line, dumps that one in deep. Arvada in their own zone, looking to clear this one. Avalon takes a swing and a miss at that. Held in by Bodine. Bodine going into the corner, walking his way towards the front of net. Bodine has it, shooting. No rebound given up there as the goalie closes the trapper on it. Holding on to it is going to change up that forward line. Only 28 seconds in. It takes me a while to do that math. Into this period, it's 3-1 Warriors over Arvada. Castillo now set to take this draw. Popovic picks that one up. They go D to D. Kolcheski comes in, shoots that one. It's deflected wide into the corner. Back out to Kolcheski at the point. Fires that one across the far side. Weaver walks in, takes the shot loose in front. Popovic in the corner. Popovic going around with it, stays on his feet. Kick back over to Kolcheski. Into Arvada, trying to clear the zone, and they do that. They've got a break here. Roberts coming back against it. Breaking that play up. I'm getting harassed here by Arvada fans. They're just rowdy. Kick these people. Security! Losing complete concentration on this game. As Arvada's come in here and trip Harry up. That's not going to happen. OTT Sports Network, Harry Haviland, Brian Bodine on the camera with you. Sub action. Second period, the Arvada team is beating me up, but they're still losing 3-1 on the scoreboard here on the ice. 12:45 left to go in the second period.
Yeah, they're trying to change momentum up here in the press box, Harry.
We're going to have to fight him in the parking lot after, I guess.
You know, we saw that happen in the Ryder Cup last night in Italy, Rome, Italy. That's weird. I digress. Back to the hockey.
You were telling me about that. I've got to follow up with my Ryder Cup here. Foster chasing that one down. Arvada gets to it first. In their own zone, trying to come out. Foster's doing everything he can. Deliu keeps it in at the point. Deliu loses that puck, and Arvada coming against the boards. Goes around Manic, and Deliu's back on the back check. Swings on that one. Manic on the backhand. Into the corner. They're still battling. It's behind the table there. I can't see it. Foster on the far side. Coming up the left wing. Foster's on his own. Coming in 3 against. And he just dumps that one in deep. Burdette pressure in the play off that one. Deliu holding it in at the point. They go down. Burdette trying to get this. Body's falling all over the ice. I was watching some extracurriculars go on there as Foster's chasing this one into the corner. Arvada picks it up in front of their own net. Circles in behind. Foster still pushing on them. Arvada looking to get this out of their own zone. Flips it up. Doesn't get it all the way out. Held into the point there by Foster. Arvada picks it back up. Off the skates here, Deliu turns and dumps it right back inside the blue line. They clear the zone again. Arvada coming through now. They finally get control of it. Arvada coming across the blue line. Walking in. Good back there by Bodine. Breaking that play up. Pass up off the boards, and Stewart can be off to the races here. Stewart's coming in on the right wing. Looking for that far side. He fires that one just wide of the post. A little bit of mix up there, trying to get players off the ice here. for no too many men call. Stewart's going to try this again. Bodine at the blue line fighting for it. And Stewart up against the boards with Bodine. Back out to Canterbury, over to Bevan. Turns, takes up that one through. She has another shot at it, gets it to Stewart. Stewart can't go around the D. And Arvada's in their own slot. Turns, dumps it in. Haviland's got a shot here. Haviland looking, dumps it. Comes in and scores. Dives down with a little extra celly there, but
you told me you were doing
his own team. You know that's got to feel good to him.
And you said you were doing some wrestling last night with the kids, and they might have been practicing that celly in advance of that game.
I promise you, they cellied after beating my ass last night. 4-on-1 was not fair, and I am sore today. But 4-2-1 is the score right now. 10:32 left to go in the second period here. Bodine, Haviland, and Stewart still out there with Bevan and Canterbury on D. Haviland chasing this one down. Banged off the boards there by Arvada, and the zone's cleared. Arvada coming out 3-on-2 the other way. They tip that one across the blue line. Bevan chasing it in. It's the first one to it. Breaks that play up. Bevan spinning, trying to get that one out. I'm just going to make all this call up as it's against the boards and I can't see. Bodine with it. Bodine feeds Haviland. Haviland's coming in the far side again. Looking the backhand spin. Wow. Tries to put that one in. The goalie finds a glove on top of it.
That was bordering, and how do you call it, Harry?
Savardian spinorama. Trying to go around. Good effort there by Haviland. Fails to convert, and now Castillo's line steps out onto the ice here. Little under 10 minutes to go in the second period. In front, Popovic gets stoned with a stacked pads. Haven't seen that in a while. Arvada trying to clear the zone. Kolcheski keeping it at center ice. Arvada powers through that one. Now they're walking in 2-on-1. Back check is coming in hard. Arvada looking to take that shot. High up over the corner and off the glass. Popovic on the far side. He's racing through. Has Castillo with him. Popovic's going to skate this one through, taking it to the left wing. Popovic with the backhand. It's loose in front. The ball just bounces over Castillo's stick as he goes into the corner for it. Back over to Weber, and then it's picked up by Arvada. Castillo on the back check as Arvada skating through center ice. Dumps this one deep into the Warriors zone. Lauber's there to pick it up. Lauber to Popovic. Popovic skating through, gets it broken up. Swinging there, and Kolcheski's back on top of it. In front there, Weber circled back down. Pocock with a big save. That one's out and it's tipped. Just out of reach, but Popovic's going to skate for it as Arvada's picking it up in their own zone. Some back and forth action here after that last goal. Arvada's looking to get it back, but Castillo's fighting in front of the net. Tips that one in, and Arvada clears it out of the crease. Held out there by Lauber. They're back on side with Manick on the far boards. Arvada behind their own net. Up against the board here, Manick fighting for it. Weber and Castillo right there with him. Castillo comes out of the scrum with it. Takes the shot. Saved by the goaltender, back to Weber. Weber puts it back out to the point. McGowan at the point. Takes the time, takes a shot. Loose. Puck is still loose. Wide open, yawning cage. Banging around in front. Puck is still bouncing around outside the crease. Under the skates of Castillo, kicking it back out to McGowan. McGowan into Castillo. Castillo circling around, top of the circle. Turns, takes a shot, and scores! Castillo circling around the top of the blue line there. Oh, back in and finds the opening.
You could feel that one. You could feel that one, Harry. There was a lot of pressure there.
Really doing a great job keeping that one out there as loose pucks were bouncing around. The Warriors find a way to get control of that puck, fire one back in. Clinging to a 4-goal lead here now. With 7:57 left to go in the second period. OTT Sports Network bringing it to you from South Sub and Highlands Ranch, Colorado. DeLeo now in behind his own net. DeLeo out to Foster. Foster feeding it up. Burdett's coming off the boards. Burdett picks this up. He's walking in. Foster's looking to crash. Comes in and Burdett puts that one right up over the glove. Had the goalie moving to one side and puts it upstairs for that with a goal. It's 6-1 now.
Yeah, after racing up that side, you can see why he likes black diamonds and roller coasters.
No kidding. He told me he's got a plane rented. He's going skydiving next weekend. I did not know that. I heard that right after you were talking about him. Somebody came and let us know. That's just crazy.
Yeah, you like when these kids do more than just be a one sport kid.
Hockey is not it. You got skydiving, you got snake wrestling, all kinds of stuff. Coming in again for that on the far side, looking to make that pass across. Gets broken up by Arvada. Back to DeLeo. Arvada picks it up at center. Fredette on the back check, gets a stick on that one, banging it into the corner. Centering pass loose. Picked up and kicked out. Here comes Fredette up that familiar right wing. Looking to scoot through. McGowan dumps that one in. Foster chasing it into the corner. Back over to McGowan. McGowan with a backhand into the corner. Foster taking his player into the boards, fighting for it. Out in front, loose puck. DeLeo keeping this one in. Drags that around, centering pass picked up by Arvada in the slot. They come out, clear in the zone. McGowan backhands it back up off the boards, looking for Stewart. Stewart comes in, he's got Bourdain with him. Stewart shoots. Pad save off the post. Bourdain in the corner. Haviland and Stewart in front, making that pass across, and Haviland can't keep his stick on the puck as he was looking at a yawning cage. Haviland in the corner, trying to find Bourdain in front, off the goalie's skate. It's still stuck in there. Bourdain's digging for it, but the ref's going to blow the whistle down here. 6:14 left to go. Second period here at South Sub. Your Warriors are leading 6-1 against this Arvada team.
Yeah, the Warriors really seem to be taking control of this game, Harry. A lot of pressure, several good goals, real hard work on both sides of the ice.
They are doing what it takes to win a hockey game here, putting that puck on net and crashing. Looking for the rebounds. The goalie just held on to that last one as Bourdain goes down. And Arvada finds a way to get it out of their own zone. Coming in 2-on-2. Coming in a little bit offside, but we're not going to blow that one down. Arvada in front. Cannonberg behind the net. Up the far side to Haviland. Tries to tip it out. Bourdain back in onto it. Stewart has it now. Stewart skating up there center ice. Feeds Haviland. Haviland still controls it. Tries to feed that back over to Stewart. He has it on his backhand going into the corner. Up to Bourdain, stopping that one on his skates. Right back in to Haviland in the corner. Goes around him. Swinging at it. Haviland still fighting. Bourdain banging it across the board. Stewart finds a trickling puck out of there. And it's back to Arvada behind their net. Out to the point. Bourdain's going to get to it first. Feeds it back over to Bevan. Keeping it in there. Great job by Cannonberg. He's walking in off the point. Takes a shot. Big blocker saved by the goalie. Haviland into the corner. Gets bumped off of that puck. Out to Stewart. In the slots, Bourdain. Bourdain circles. Another good blocker save there by the goalie. Back out to Bevan. Into the corner. Warriors with all kinds of pressure here right now. Arvada clears the zone. Cannonberg going into the far side with it. Uses the big body to push it up against the boards. Cannonberg still fighting for that one. Bourdain inside there with him. Comes out to Haviland. Haviland off the boards. Now comes in on the left wing. Has Stewart going towards the front. Passes to Stewart and jumps over his stick. Stewart with it. Controlling into the corner. Stewart in behind the net. Set up in Gretzky's office, but it gets taken away. Out to the point. Tipped by Bevan. This one's not going to be an icing as it's being raced back there by Cannonberg. Swinging at that, breaks it up, back over to Bevan. Bevan's going to go to the box there. She gets taken out and then turns around and dumps the player that took her. So
the ref always seems to catch that second person, Harry.
that is true, and Bevan is going to see the bench. She's going to sit down for a minute and a half and feel shame, but not too much as they're still winning here by 5 goals. Second period, 4:06 left to go. 5-on-4 for Arvada as your Warriors are now killing off a penalty. Kolcheski in the far side. Up the side to Weaver, backhands that one to the point. Arvada turns, shoots that in. Easily handled there by Prokop. He's going to hang on to that puck for a whistle and a face-off just over his left side. I had to hold up the L's and the R's. I'm looking right. It's actually his left. Our right, his left. From his knees, flipping that one into the bench, trying to take out one of the Arvada coaches. That's a strategy I haven't seen in a while, but it's a bold one. Castillo set to take this draw. Kick back by Arvada as they hang on to this one. Go across the blue line. Turn, take that shot. Another save and held on to by Prokop.
That's a good cover there, Harry. You didn't want to give a juicy rebound out there.
No, Arvada was thrashing that net hard too.
Players. You can hear it from the fans, really giving the goalie some props on that last save.
Trying to clear this zone, and they do. Castillo's racing for it. He's got Weaver with him. Castillo with a short-handed break opportunity. Gets spun around by the Arvada player, but Castillo still picks it up in behind the net. Castillo back out to the point. Kolcheski turns, shoots, blocked by Arvada. Stepping in from the point there. Lauber turning around. Gets spun down, knocked down. He's in behind the net, fighting against two players short-handed. Centering pass, nobody home with the centering in the box. Coming the other way is Arvada coming across the blue line. Into the offensive zone, going to the corner, centering pass broken up there by Castillo. Back over to Kolcheski. He's got some time, going to turn and dump that one. Held just outside the point by Arvada. They spin back around. And Castillo has a break, short-handed opportunity. Castillo comes in, takes a shot, and a goalie comes across.
Wow.
Taking that one off the chest, keeping this a 6-1 game. 46 seconds left to go in the penalty kill for your Warriors. 2:52 left in the second period. Sound is perfect. Loving it. Fans are showing us that we've got this. We've got these mics figured out. Fans worldwide giving us props for finally figuring out our messes here.
You sold enough of those carnations, Harry. They really paid off for us.
I spent so much time under that freeway with those carnations, and it worked out. Held into the point there by DeLiu, but then tipped right back out by Arvada. Kicked in by DeLiu. Still keeping it onside. DeLiu fighting for that one. It's back out. McGowan back at center ice. To Fredette, walking across the blue line. 3-on-2. Some time to catch up here. Fredette behind the net. Circling around. Centering pass comes all the way back out to the point. McGowan holding this one in. McGowan's going to have some time to walk in. Takes a shot. Oh! Off the glove, off the post, almost in. Back out to the point. DeLiu holding the blue line. Back to 5-on-5 as the penalty's over. Tipped in front. Foster into the corner for it. Foster with some time. Trying to center this pass. Takes a shot block to save by the goaltender. Foster around the net. Looking for the wraparound. Tipped in. Oh! And Fredette hammers that one home. Great work there by Devin Foster. Coming around the net. Finding Fredette in front. Tapping that one in for another goal for Arapaho. It's 7-1 now with 1:50 left to go in this second period. Foster at center ice, right on top of that Warriors logo, trying to win that one forward to Fredette. It's picked up by Arvada. He comes around, DeLiu flips that outside his blue line, all the way back into Arvada territory. Arvada looking for that centering pass. Foster keeps it in, over to Manick on the far side. Manick comes in, takes the shot, rifles that one off the glass behind the net. Fredette keeping it in on the half boards, going around behind the net. Foster chasing it down into the far corner. Arvada trying to clear, kept into the point, back over to Foster. Looking to work his way out of the corner, hassled there by Arvada. Players bunch up against it. The refs are yelling at him to play. It squirts out to Arvada. Still fighting, then picked up for Fredette in front of the net. Arvada with a good check there, but Arapaho comes up with a backhand attempt. Walk down in front. Manick threw his legs, spin in front, kicked over to the corner again by Arvada. Foster up against the boards, taking his player down. Fighting for it in the corner with Manic, looking to get it back out to DeLeo. DeLeo's holding the point there tight. Manic and Fredette up against the boards. DeLeo comes out with it. DeLeo with the backhand, looking to find Foster in front. Arvada looking for that stretch pass. Stopped there by DeLeo, but then stripped again by Arvada. Picked back up by Manic. And DeLeo is going to go to the box for a trip there after that play at center ice. Arapaho Warriors back killing off a penalty with only 28 seconds left to go here in the second period. The score is 7-1. O'Dane and Haviland out there with Cannonberg and Bevan on this penalty kill. Shot in front, held on to by Prokop. As more people tuning in here, a cruise ship just outside of the Bahamas. They're anchored up there and nobody took their excursions today because everybody's sitting in the theater watching us right now. Shout out to you guys there on the Carnival Cruise Line watching some Arapaho hockey here as they're taking on the Arvada team that's come all the way south to meet us at South Sub here. OTT Sports Network and Harry Haviland on the mic with you. Brian Bodine on the camera as Arvada's trying to bust their way in. Haviland breaks that up and the buzzer sounds, signaling the end of the second period. Your Warriors go into this intermission with a 7-1 lead, Brian.
So, Harry, what do you think the coach is saying to them there on the bench with the game seemingly firmly in hand? What's he saying to the players to get them ready for this third period?
I think they're just working on their positioning, their playmaking abilities here right now, trying to get set up, work on some of that stuff that they've been doing. This week was a long week of practices. They had that 6 o'clock in the morning after a late night Wednesday, right back here, an 8-hour turnaround. This team is dedicated and they're ready to go. They're working on some of those systems, that positioning, working as a team and still just getting to know each other out there on the ice. A lot of these kids haven't played together. It's only their fourth game of the season, 3-0 so far, looking like they're on their way to a fourth victory, but it's still a lot of hockey left to play here in the third period, 14 minutes up on the clock.
Well, we got a little bit of time, so let's go to the OTT fan text line. This one coming in from Trenton, New Jersey, from Nadine Christ. First time, long time, says, what do you announcers, what do you like to do in your spare time? We hear a lot about the kids. Harry, why don't you take that one first?
Well, I'd like to say I'm a roller coaster skydiving fanatic there like Eli Fredette, but my spare time, I like to do a lot of driving from ice rink to ice rink and dance studio to dance studio and schools to lacrosse games and swim practices. I really enjoy my time in my truck, just spending all those hours staring out the windshield and putting, those 300 miles a day on my truck. It's really what I enjoy. What about you, Brian?
Yeah, I do. Coincidentally, I do the same, Harry. I kind of drive from ice rink to ice rink. And when I have a little bit of free time, I like to play some golf. Any other free time? You know what I really like, Harry? We wouldn't think? I like gardening. I actually canned about 12 jars of pasta sauce today. Some pickles, or not today, this season. Some pickles too. So yeah, I really like to grow a garden, and you can really see the fruits of your labor, Harry. Kind of like when you go back and listen to the broadcast, you can really tune into all that good stuff you talked about during the game. You see the fruits of all that hard work you put in. I see you studying those notes, doing that late night research.
It's some long hours that we put in to bring this broadcast worldwide, but that's what we are all about here at the OTT Sports Network. That's right, Harry Haviland and Brian Bodine here with you at South Sub. Third period is underway. 14 minutes on the clock left for Arvada to try and claw their way back, but Arapaho's got some things to say about this as Bodine comes out trying to feed Haviland. Turns around and they dump that one right back in. It's going to be offside by Arvada. Third period action brought to you by Betty's Muffin Shop here in Highlands Ranch, Colorado. If you've never tasted a juicier muffin, go see Betty, and she's got it all fresh baked for you every day. Bodine winning that faceoff to himself, kicking that one up. He's got Stewart, feeds Stewart, who's going to come up here on the left wing. Deep into the zone, Stewart's trying to circle around. Takes a shot blocker down there by the goaltender in black. Up off the boards, Arvada trying to clear. into the dark zone where I can't see and my head's not going to get in the way of that camera. Behind the net. Arvada trying to come out, held in there by Bodine. Tipped all the way out. Bevan's chasing this into her own zone. Arvada hot on her heels. Claps that one up off the boards. Picked up at center ice by Arvada. They're coming in across the blue line. We're going to walk their way through. Cannonberg stops that one with the skates. Right back over here. Stewart's coming through. Back over to Bodine. Bodine and Stewart short-handed. Bodine trying to jump through there. Sticked away in the last second. And Arvada coming the other way. Still on a power play here for 14 seconds. Starting this third period. Arvada controlling into the offensive zone. Tripped up there and into the corner. Arvada looking to walk their way out. Centering pass tipped just wide. Castillo behind the net. Castillo gets tripped up. Tipping that one up. Howard off the boards there by Lauber. And there's going to be a slashing penalty against, I'm guessing, Arvada? As the player just skated straight to the box and it opens. So Arvada is going to be on the penalty kill here. Warriors with a power play opportunity. 12:22 left to go. Third period. Harry Haviland, Brian Bodine, OTT Sports Network. We're kicking it with you here on a Sunday afternoon. Not sure if score the Broncos, and I know you guys haven't been looking at that.
I just heard they won the game, 31-28, Harry.
31-28. Broncos came back with the victory. Amazing turnaround there.
Absolutely.
But we thank you guys for not watching that foosball and keeping it tuned in here as your Arapaho Warriors are playing some hockey on this Sunday. Kolcheski back in his own zone. Circling around, feeling a little bit of pressure, feeds that up the far side. Castillo coming across the blue line with it. Castillo loses it at center ice. Being helped out there by his teammates. Right back over to Popovic. Popovic's walking in. Drop pass over to Weber and then held in by Lauber at the point. Lauber looking deep for Castillo, gets banged off the puck, and then Arvada turns and fires that one all the way down the ice. And the hand is up, and that's an icing call against Arvada. Still don't know how many centimeters it is, but I know it's about 200 feet that they're going to skate the other way. That's approximately 312 of Betty's muffins if you line them up end to end to end to go dot to dot.
I've never had any of those, Harry. We might have to get some of those in the press box our next call, which is going to be next week at Magnus Arena, where we actually will be in the press box.
We're going to try to sneak our way up there. I know I've been up there before. There's a secret elevator and a pass that we need to find.
Well, now you're just bragging, Harry.
Oh, we're tipping front. It's loose. Passing that. Weaver can't get control of it. Back out to Lauber, who takes a body into the boards, and there's going to be a penalty. I'm guessing Lauber is going for that one for interference. He knows and he skates right over. That is right. Next week we are at Magnus Arena, home of the DU Pioneers. We're going to be taking on the DU team. We have yet to see them yet this season. We've got a lot of teams left to play. This Warriors squad has been impressing me so far. They've got some stuff to work on, but they've been looking really good so far, Brian.
I can't disagree with you, Harry. There have been some slow times in the past in certain games, but they really seem to put the gas down at certain times, really stretch that lead out. All the victories have been by, 4 or 5 goals, I think?
They have been. There's been a couple of slow starts, but they find their skates and they find their way. That's offside. Dumped right back in for a quick whistle, and that's coming outside the zone. We're playing 4-on-4 hockey right now with a player in each box. 11-10 left to go in the third period. Arvada's going to have a power play here in 48 seconds with Manick at the face-off dot. Wins that one back. Passing it up. McGowan trying to feed Manick up the boards. McGowan gets it to him. Manick chases it in. Picked up in their own zone by Arvada. Feeding that pass out. McGowan breaks it up. As for that on the far side, McGowan's just going to power his way through on the backhand. Going in against the boards, not losing control of this puck, walking his way towards the front of the net, decides to keep in behind. McGowan with the backhand pass in front, broken up, but Fredette in behind. Again, broken up by Arvada. They kick it up off the boards. McGowan's going to try and hold this one in. Oh, sorry, Manick. Manick stopped there in front by Arvada. McGowan's at the point, swinging at it. Arvada clears the zone for that with the backhand over to McGowan. Arvada's still up against the boards. McGowan goes around, and here he comes in off the blue line, skating his way towards the front. Has Fredette up off the boards. Fredette looking for off the boards, off the crossbar. Sorry, Fredette looking for that rebound, couldn't find it. And now Arapaho killing off a penalty here, but they're still controlling in the offensive zone. McGowan with a shot from the point. Manic looking for the tip. Manic in behind the net. Arvada around the far boards. Held in the point by DeLue. Tries to feed that one across. But Arvada picks it up and skating the other way. Great back check there. McGowan with a swing. Arvada powering their way down the far side. Into the corner. Making that pass with the shot. The glove save. Holding on to that one. Killing some more time off this clock. 19 seconds left to go in the power play for Arvada. 9:35 left to go in action here in the third period.
Real good defensive shift there by McGowan. And speaking of McGowan, we're looking to get over to the McGowans after this game for a little post-game catch-up for all the team members. More on that later. Back to the game action.
Back to the game. Haviland in behind the net. Over to Cannonberg. Backhands that one up the far boards. Looking for Bevan, but she gets there after Arvada dumps it back in. Haviland into the corner. Tips that one up and then loses it back over to himself. Up off the boards. Playing with the puck off the boards. Goes down. Bevan helping him out on that one. Haviland getting back up looking for the puck. Has Foster up deep. Trying to find Foster. Tips it on the blue line. Penalties over. 5-on-5 is the play on the ice. Bourdain back over to Arvada. They tip that in. Bevan and Cannonberg coming back. Cannonberg decides he's going to be the one to pick it up. Cannonberg in behind his own net. Backhand up off the boards. Bourdain's there to collect. Bourdain's got some room. He's going to skate with this one. Happens over to Haviland. That's going to be offside as it went off of his stick. It's going to come back outside the blue line for another faceoff here.
I don't quite
And
understand.
yes, we are headed to McGowan's after. I'll post the address and everything in the chat. Everybody join us there. Beers are on them. Food's on them. Great people to host the entire OTT Sports Network worldwide. Bring that cruise ship up from the Caribbean. Sail it up the mighty Colorado and join us at McGowan's after this game. Bourdain circling back, trying to keep this one on side. Stewart banging with it. Back over to Bourdain, up off the boards, picked up by Arvada at center ice. They go in to the zone. Bevan collects. Circling through. Haviland trying to tip that one up. Stewart reaching for it. I'm getting basketballs thrown at me now and everything.
Yeah, apologies for that.
That's got to be is that the Arvada kids again? Like the parents can't handle it, now they're sending their kids to throw basketballs at us? Is that what's happening up here? Canada coming in across the blue line. Trying to take this shot. Does. And fires that one up over the net.
Wearing out that plexiglass.
Bevan holding in at the blue line into the corner. Can't find Stewart. Arvada picking it up, skating around and out of the blue line. Getting taken down there. Players go into the boards. Bourdain trying to pick this puck up. Over to Bevan on the far side. Bevan's going to go for a walk with this one. She comes up hard, tips it into the zone. 7:34 left to tick off the clock here in this third frame. In front and out the other side. Arvada with a break. Cannonberg coming back on him. Arvada's coming in with a break. They've got somebody at the front of the net. They take the shot. Hook that flashes the net. Closing down on that one. And there's going to be a hooking call. That looks like it's going against Arvada. The ref signals are going all the way down the ice. No, it's going to be against Arapaho. He pointed in that direction. I was looking in the other one. I didn't see how Arvada could have got a penalty. It's going to be Arapaho back on the penalty kill here with 7:22 left to go. Face off deep in their own zone.
Yeah, I think Arapaho got a little lucky on that rush. There was a 2-on-0 rush, and that Arvada player didn't even look up to see that guy wide open in the middle of the ice.
They take this shot and lobber behind the net. Held in at the blue line. Back in by Arvada. Lobber centering that over to Castillo. He's on the far boards with it. Castillo's going to skate this one. Dumps it to the far side, but Popovic's going to try and race it down. Arvada gets to it first. Kicking it back out to center ice. Lobber tips it up. And here comes Arvada the other way. One-on-one walking in, trying to go through. Stuck over to the side there by Prokop. Kolcheski dumps that one and jumps over the stick of the blue line. Castillo's racing for it. It's going to be offside as Castillo is pushed in across the blue line. And Popovic was looking for that shorthanded opportunity. This score is 7-1. The clock says 6:41 left to go here in this third period. We got to thank you guys once again from across the globe tuning in, listening to Harry Haviland and Brian Bourdain ramble our way through this Arapaho hockey game. The OTT Sports Network bringing it to you all season long. Foster on the far side. Foster still banging for it. Arvada picking it up at their own blue line, still on the power play. Back over to Kolcheski, who centers that one, and then it's stripped by Arvada. Making that pass, broken up there cleanly. Weaver couldn't continue on with the puck, sends it to center ice. Arvada on the far side, making that pass across. Lauber has it, and he's going to go racing in. He's got Foster with him, coming in shorthanded, 2-on-2. Taking that shot, Lauber now going to chase his rebound in, decides to retreat back over to the point. Up against the boards, everybody's battling for it there. Arvada comes out with it out of their own zone, back to Lauber. He doesn't let him get past center ice as he tips that one back inside the blue line, and Foster goes in after it. Dumped all the way back out, bouncing puck. Arvada chasing it. Lauber's going to be the first one back in his D zone for it. Lauber with a little bit of fakey action up off the boards, held in there by Arvada towards the front of the net. Prokop sees it, another loose puck. Prokop gets underneath that one, a bouncing puck. Arvada looking for that rebound. They got one shot, he cleaned up on that. Holding on to this one for a face-off over his right shoulder.
This is not a time to start giving up goals, Harry. With your Arapaho, you really want to finish this game out in style.
They got to stick with this. It's hasn't been as much offensive action as we saw in the first two periods here by this team.
No.
I know I mentioned the coaches talking to them about working on some play sets, but here they come back in, looking to get another shot on here. Arvada, I want to say, is probably almost out shooting Arapaho here in this third period.
Wouldn't surprise me.
To that point, DeLiu turned back around. Arapaho trying to feed that one up. McGowan coming back in for it. Prokop sees the action coming towards him, jumps on top of that puck, and we're going to have another face-off in that same spot as the last one.
You know what I think tends to happen sometimes with these large leads, Harry, is somebody might have 2 goals, they want that third. If this kid doesn't have 1 goal, he wants one. So everyone tries to put goals up on the scoreboard.
Just looking for some more shots here, but Arvada holding in on the point, taking that shot, flashing the leather, but dropping the puck. It's loose in front, another one, banging for the rebound there. Arvada still kicking for it. McGowan kicks it over to the far side, over to Fredette, trying to feed his way out. Fredette coming through, has Manic McGowan with him. Fredette coming across the blue line, walking this one in the back end into the left corner, circling behind the net. Still has it, still circling. Over to McGowan. Fredette with the tip, over to the side, trying to center that one. Picked up by Arvada. Flipping that one ahead. DeLiu on the back check picks that up. Arvada strips some of that puck. Going into the corner now, McGowan, backhanded stop by DeLiu.
Real good defensive play there by DeLiu.
Fredette can't clear the zone. McGowan does, but it's a little bit outside of the Arapaho reach. Arvada picking this up here in their own zone. A little under 4 minutes left to go in the third period. Bourdain now with it. Bourdain feeding across with the shot. Stewart picks up his own rebound and now has it in the far side. Trying to find Bourdain in front. Finds Manic with the backhand. That sails wide. Out to center. Good play there by Bevan, breaking up a potential 2-on-0 opportunity. And that one's going to be offside, I'm guessing. As the whistle blows, it's a little out of my view. 3 minutes and 28 seconds left to go here on this OTT Sportsnet broadcast of your Arapaho Warriors, PBA Navy. One more time, thank you to everybody taking this time out of your day to tune in with us, support this team. They appreciate it, they love it, and we love you. Cannonberg hammers that one. Haviland can't get it through. Cannonberg back over to Haviland. In front, looking for Stewart at center. Feeds it just ahead of him. Now Stewart's going into the corner for it. Arvada puts it up off the boards. Bourdain holds it in quickly, and Arvada turns the other way. Devin chasing that down. Clean back out of the zone by Stewart. He gets taken down for his efforts. And Bodine trying to find a way to get that out. He does. It's back over to Stewart on the far side. Bodine back up to Stewart. They come across the blue line. Stewart can't sneak past the D. They get back on side and they're going to try again. Devin holding it up against the point. Bodine has it. Bodine feeds that across to Cannonberg. Cannonberg's coming across center ice. He's walking in looking for that shot. Takes it. Blocker comes out by that Arvada goalie. Into the corner. Arvada back in behind their own net. They dump that one all the way down. Not going to make it. It's going to come right on top of Prokop. He's just going to leave that there for Bevan. She picks it up in her own zone. Up off the boards, back to Arvada. Arvada's going to hold the zone in here as they walk in looking for a shot. Haviland with a great back check there, lifting the stick. Unable to get the shot off. Cannonberg back to the point. Arvada holding it in. They take a shot. Comes in. That one just goes wide. Cannonberg again off the boards. Outside of Haviland's reach, but he's chasing her down. Haviland trying to tip that one up. Still has it. Walking in across the blue line. Trying to find Castillo, who's looking for the puck. Popovic stepping off the bench with some speed. Arvada picks that one up, coming out of their own zone. Working his way through the ice here. Weber coming across. Weber trying to get that one over to Pop. Oh, it was broken up by Arvada just before Pop could get his stick on it. They clean it out the far side. It's going to be for Kolcheski at center ice, who feeds it across to his deep partner in Lauber. Lauber turns, dumps that one in, takes a hit. Arvada behind the net. Looking at Castillo, decides to take this one up through center. Make the pass, Lauber keeping it in just briefly. Back out. Kolcheski puts a stick on it, and then it gets tipped into the blue line. Turn back around, not clearing the zone, then they do. Arvada at center, and we're in the final minute of play of the third period. Arapaho 7, Arvada 1. As Arvada's pushing for this last minute of play, but Castillo picks it up. Castillo feeding up to Weber. Can't get it out. Arvada pinching into the blue line. Dumped into the corner for Kolcheski. Skating in behind his own zone up to Castillo. Has Popovic at center. Tipping that one up. Weber back over to Arvada. They're coming in looking for one more. Up off the boards and out. Looking to run the time off this clock, I'm guessing, here now. Bodies are getting a little bit physical. Lauber back in his own zone. Lauber get a penalty for that. Lauber came in a little bit excessive on that one. Yeah, play against the boards.
That's not the time when you want to do that with a 7-1 lead.
We're going to hope this Arvada player is all right. He's still down against the boards. Coach comes out to check on him. Coach still out there tending to his player. Looks like he's up on his knees now. Still slow to get up. He's going to get up and he's going to get a hand from the crowd. Back to the bench with only 8.8 seconds left to go here. We're going to wind this clock down. Arvada does have the power play here. They're going to be looking to get a quick shot off. Try and get another one in there. As Arapaho sends out their penalty kill unit to finish off this game. Sending another player out there. 5-on-5? I don't understand.
There's matching 2-minute penalties on last play here.
Oh, they got the retaliation on that one. Oh, okay, I see what happened there. Castillo tips it out. Mannix on the far side. This one's going to be a 7-1 final as your Arapaho Warriors take down the Arvada team. And now as a long drive back up 470, 25, pick one of the highways. I'm really impressed with this team, though. They've been coming together. We've got DU next weekend. Check it out. We'll be live on the air bringing it to you. Harry Haviland, Brian Bodine, the OTT Sports Network, all season long. Again, on behalf of everybody here at the OTT Sports Network, we thank you for tuning in. I'm Harry Haviland, and I'm signing out.
Another great call, Harry. See you next week.